exactly. All right, well, thank you guys for coming, and thank you guys for having me here to show this work and to talk about it too. So quick overview, I'll start with a little intro, then I'll talk about the concept, how it all got started, and then the paintings themselves. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Lauren Browning. I've been painting for, I've been painting for 16 years. I started working primarily in acrylic, a little bit of watercolor. In the past 7 years, I have been working solely in oil. I just love it so much. I love the freedom it gives me, the layering I can do with it, and then, yeah, I just love it. And I've primarily been painting the figure, started in portraiture and got more towards the figure later. So, but enough about me. We're done with that. Let's talk about the series. So the concept is called Behind Closed Doors. So in society, it is polite to be okay, and really only that. But behind closed doors, we feel it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's what makes us human. New body of work, 15 new paintings. How it all got started was from a time of pain, a hard time. About a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, I went through a corporate layoff. And I feel like whenever you hear layoff, you always think like, it happens. No big deal. You'll bounce back, which is true. But in my case, I had been there for 8 years. I'd formed a lot of great relationships, made friends, best friends, friends that felt like family. I had family there. And in this layoff, it didn't happen all at once. It happened in waves, and I was there for 8 months during these waves. And so, during this time, I got to see people that I love, people that I saw work so hard, give it their all, give the company their all, get told that they're not welcome there anymore, get some of the hardest news. And it just happened over and over again for the 8 months. It was a really tough time. And at the same time, my dad had to have a pretty serious heart surgery, which came with its own emotions, sadness, fear, worry. So, in that hard time, I read in a book recently that whenever you're going through a painful situation, you're forced into the moment. You can't see before or in the future, so you're forced into the now. And that being forced into the now makes you pay attention. And I definitely noticed that in this situation. So a couple things that I noticed was first how the world interacts with sad people. And it's either one of two situations. Either they don't know, and this is honestly the best case scenario, because if you're like me and you want to hide your sadness, guard it, almost like it's precious, whenever they ask you how you're doing, you just get to be like, I'm amazing, thank you. And leave it at that, open shut. But for the people that do know that you are going through a hard time, either, it's awkward, they don't know what to say. Oftentimes I don't know what to say. Or they want to give you advice on how you should look at it moving forward, or give you an example of, somebody that they know that's gone through this. And I feel like a lot of times if you're going through a hard time, you probably know things will get better, but for now you're sad and you just want to be sad, and that's how you want to feel. You don't want to be better. So that was the first thing I noticed, whether it's coming from a place of awkwardness or a place of love, just more appropriate for the world if you are okay. It's polite if you're okay. And really only that. It's uncomfortable for people if you are anything but that. So that was the first thing. The second thing, during this time where I was pretending like I was okay and I wasn't really okay, I was taking a creative writing class from Jacqueline Moulton. And in that class, I really got into free writing. And so I took to the page, free writing, journaling, morning pages, whatever you want to call it. But took to the page, just, came at it, stream of consciousness, wasn't worried about being okay. I was able to experience all of these different emotions that we all experience behind the scenes. And in that time, I was able to reflect, they're on the page for me now. And I continue that practice past the hard time. But reflect on how, I was experiencing all of these emotions, the range of emotions, the good, the bad, the ugly. And so probably other people were feeling those things too. So that's what led to this series here. I wanted to take those emotions and scream them loud on the canvas, so I wasn't hiding them anymore, and also put them out there. So if anybody else is feeling the same, they can feel these emotions too. So that's how it got started. The series itself, it's a new body of work, 15 new paintings. The concept took about a year and a half to get together, gathering the photos, planning it, prepping it. The painting itself took 1 year. I finished my last painting in August, or finished my first painting in August of last year, and my last painting in August of this year, so 1 year exactly. 700 hours. The paintings range from 6 hours, some of the small ones, to 83 hours. This one over here with the desert. So a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of emotion went into this. So it is 15 paintings, so 5 studies, and then 10 paintings that reflect a specific story. They have their own unique story or reflect a specific emotion. And I was told to warn you guys ahead of time. So for the 10 paintings, since they convey such emotion, I'm going to be telling them, in a performative way, like a story, a poem, and so it's a little bit different. So I was told to warn you guys ahead of time, not by them, but by my husband. So you've been warned. That's the performance section of this talk, but not now. First, we'll talk about the studies. So they're the small ones over here. You see the alternating. They're the 12 by 12 studies. So this is more on the process side. So it was recommended to me by a couple different teachers that I should try out studies before the bigger paintings. That way I can, figure out the subject, the colors, et cetera, et cetera. And to that I always said, that's just foolish, won't do it. I'll figure it out in the big one. But this time I did a little experiment and I tried it with half of the paintings. And I really liked it. I felt like with the studies I was able to get a little looser. I find whenever you're painting, you either use your analytical side of your brain or your creative side of your brain. The analytical side is getting everything just right, just perfect. And the creative side is more loose, abstract, getting a little crazy with it. And I always have a hard time getting into that creative side of my brain. I'm more in the analytical space. So, but with these studies, I was able to get more in that side. I told myself at the beginning of each of the studies that if they suck, I can throw them away, which I didn't with any of them. But that freedom allowed my creative side to kind of take the reins, and I had a little bit more fun with it, got a little looser with my strokes. For example, in the fire one back there, I was originally going to do the fire much more realistic, but I got a little crazy with the study, and I found that the looser strokes with the fire really conveyed the emotion, more emotion that I was trying to get across. So that carried over to the larger painting. All right, guys, you ready for the stories? Let's go. All right, so I'm going to talk about each of the 10 paintings, share the stories for each, starting at the one in the back over here. So it's the red one with the skull in it. So this one, it was actually the last one that I created in the series, but I found that the emotions, these specific emotions that are conveyed in this painting were included in the series, so I wanted to get this one across. So it's a little poem, guys, so get ready. It's called What We Carry. Oh, these things that we carry, these secret emotions we carry that we hide inside. Anger, envy, jealousy, fear, self-doubt, all of these secret, shameful emotions that we carry inside. We hold them gently, closely, looking longingly at them, and yet they're dragging us down. Maybe we should just let them go, but we probably won't. What we carry. That's it. I'm just kidding. All right, next one. This one over here with the desert scene. It's actually my favorite story to tell. I probably have told some of you guys. I was telling it a lot in the opening. So this one is called "I'll Be Happy If," and it's based on the concept of "I'll be happy if." I'll be happy if I move. I'll be happy if I lose weight. I'll be happy if I get that job. I am not happy now, but I will be happy then. Oh, please, I've got to be happy then. This endless seeking, searching for your happiness elsewhere. And in the painting, you can see that the model is looking at this desert scene, and it's brighter than anything else in the painting, than the gilded frame and the walls around. And if you look closely, you can see that the walls are crumbling. Her house is crumbling. Yet she still looks longingly at this painting, this maybe so, this I'll be happy if. And I chose the desert specifically because deserts in and of themselves, although beautiful, they're barren. There's nothing there. She will not find her happiness here, but maybe she will, if only she looks within. I'll be happy if. Oh, you guys better keep that up. Just kidding. Next, Savior, to the left of that, the one with the green velvet pillow. So this one I'll kind of put you in a moment. It's kind of an ode to anxiety. Picture this, you are in a situation that is too much, too loud, overstimulating, a crowded place, maybe a party, somewhere that is just too much. And finally, you break free, you run to your house, you run inside, and you grab your favorite green velvet pillow, and you squeeze it. It is so soft, velvety soft. You squeeze it tight, and only then do you know that you are home, you are safe, it is your Savior, you are safe. Savior. All right, next, this little guy over here with the bird. This one is called golden handcuffs, and it's based on a concept in the corporate world of golden handcuffs. So the higher and higher you climb, the more money you get, the more benefits you get, and the tighter the shackles close around your wrist, these gilded shackles, the harder it is to break free. And I think that it's so true with anything, really. The further and further down a path you go, isn't it so hard, almost impossible to break free to another path? And in the painting, you see that we've got this figure, it's kind of sinister, we've got these clouds around, and you can see that she is shackled by these golden handcuffs herself. And in her hand, she has imprisoned this bird in this glass orb. And the bird is meant to be the being that wants to break free. In the prison, it is made of glass, it is breakable, he could break free. Although if he does so, he will not leave unscathed. But will he? Golden handcuffs. Oh, okay. Okay. Next, this one over here in the purple, this one is called Tell Me I'm Pretty. And I just love this story. It's going to be quite the performance for you guys. Get ready. So this one was inspired by a show. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called Fairly Odd Parents. I don't know if you've seen that 15, 20 years ago. But there was this one episode, and the popular pretty girl, her name's Trixie, I think, and she's turned into a giant. She's turned into a monster, and she's just stomping through town as this giant monster, and she's yelling one thing over and over. She's saying, "Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm pretty." She's just tromping through, and it's funny because, she is the pretty one, so you're thinking, girl, you are pretty. What are you going on about stomping through town? But I think that, this concept really stood out to me. I feel like it's so true. Like, aren't we all little monsters just tromping through town yelling, "Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm pretty. Please tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm good. Tell me I'm a good artist. Tell me I'm pretty." Whatever it is, aren't we just seeking that, tromping through like little monsters? Well, it's tearing us to bits. And in the painting, you can see that she is beautiful. It's a beautiful woman sitting on a beautiful, luxurious velvet chair. She is beautiful. Just like Trixie, she is beautiful. But still, she's thinking the same. Tell me I'm pretty. And she's looking in the mirror, and she's crying. For it, too, is tearing her to bits. Tell me I'm pretty. All right. Next, the crush over here. This one, the girl bending back, it's called a crush. Don't you feel sometimes that it's all just too much? To-do list, expectations, swirling around too much. I've got to do these things. I got so many things to do, and God, I should text people back quicker, and I should call my friends more. I should call my parents more. Am I even a good friend? Am I a good daughter? There's so much to do. Next week I've got this, and I've got so much to do. Swirling around, just like in the environment in the painting, the background swirling around, tilting back. And you feel yourself bending back beneath the crush of it all. The crush. All right, now this one, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's called Peeling Back the Gray. describe it for those who might not be able to see it. So the model is mainly in gray, and she's got her hand on her face, and here up, you can see her true colors, if you will, and a brilliant pop of red, vermilion in the back. This, I'll take you through a moment. It's similar to Savior. Picture this: you are in a situation where you don't feel like you feel monochrome. Maybe you're around people you can't be yourself around. Whatever it is, you feel gray, a shell of yourself. And then on the contrast, picture this: you break free, you go around people that make you feel whole, feel you. Maybe you're at home reading a book, around your family, your dog, whatever it is in nature where you feel you. And this painting is meant to represent that moment, that peeling back the gray, that moment when you can finally become you, peeling back the gray, the monochrome, the not you, to who you truly are. And how amazing is that moment? Peeling back the gray. Thanks, guys. All right, now final stretch, 3 more. Now this one was inspired by my girl, Jasmine, over here. So this one is called All Too Human. And in the painting, you see that the woman has lipstick smeared on her face, her wrists, her hands. It's a bit messy, a bit not put together. And isn't that how we all feel behind the scenes? A bit messy, a bit raw, a bit real. And if not, isn't that how we want to feel? Aren't we tired of being so put together, so just right? Don't we want to be a little bit more real, a little bit more raw? And isn't that feeling in and of itself just all too human? All too human. All right, this one in the water one, is called Deluge. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I really love crying. I love crying a lot. I love crying when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm mad, when I'm overwhelmed, just all the time. You guys should try it. So this is kind of an ode to crying, if you will. Don't you just feel sometimes like you just want to cry, 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 until it fills up the room with a deluge of emotions, creeping up the walls, up your legs, up your back, until it almost drowns you, until it does not, until you find yourself floating in a deluge of emotion, gently caressed by the water all around. Doesn't that feel so nice? Because who can be sad whenever they're floating? Deluge. All right, last one. I chose to end on this one. I know that the emotions here are a little bit heavy, but I chose that specifically because, it's the emotions that we hide. We can be happy in front of people. We can be happy behind the scenes. I'm happy a lot of times, personally. But it's not embarrassing to say, I'm doing amazing. But it is embarrassing to talk about some of these. But I decided to end on this one, a bit of an uptick. It's called Awakened. Walk you through another scenario. So picture this. You go out of town, you go into the woods by yourself, you set up camp, you light a fire, and you begin to dance. You dance, 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 and in doing so, you become one with nature. You start taking it in, smells, the feeling, you smell the embers around, the feeling of the cool air on your bare skin, the fire. And you dance, dance, dance. And the more you do so, you become one with nature, one with the wilderness, and one with your own wildness, your primal energy. Only then are you awakened. Awakened. Thanks, guys. So that's the series. In society, it's polite to be okay, and really only that. But behind closed doors, we experience it all: the good, the bad, the ugly. But maybe we should not experience all of those emotions behind closed doors. Questions? Yeah. Now it's time for questions. Ask nice ones, though. Yes. All of my paintings, I've either taken the photos myself or I've worked with a photographer. But yeah, always going off of models. And I find that it's really nice to be able to take the photos yourself because you can work from the model and also get inspired by them. Like this one, for example, the one with the pillow, it was very inspired by the model herself. I told her the concept of the series, and she came at it with how she responded to it. So yeah, these models. So I'm a big planner. So I had everything pretty much planned out. And for the studies, I had my full image. And I just like took a crop of that image just to kind of, and I chose specifically the hard part, like with the fire one, like this fire looks hard, let's do that. And the water one, the hair looks hard, let's do that. So I definitely had the final picture, and then I just cropped it. Well, thank you. Thank you guys.